Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Stenadux here, and in this video we're going to be continuing our Pokemon FireRed Randomizer Nuzlocke. So I did things a little bit differently today in real time. I got up earlier than I normally would to fix up my sleep schedule. I drank my coffee already, so I've got that energy flowing through me. Thank goodness. But, as a quick recap, we're going to take a look at our team real quick. Leia, sitting on my lap, Daenerys, Kyle, Cotton, Swab, and Loafer still. We still got them on here. As you guys can see, I did evolve Cotton Swab. She's now a beautiful Altaria, and she kicks butt, let me tell you that. With her Dragon Breath especially. Now, the objective for today is, of course, to defeat the Fuchsia Gym. That is the main thing. However, there are a few other things that we're going to be doing, and there's going to be 2 encounters that we're going to be getting prior to facing the gym, because I want to make sure that if for some reason we face this gym, if we need to get new Pokemon, we will. In any case, though, we're going to get the good rod from this fishing guru, even though we have the super rod, which is what we're going to use. We're going to use the super rod in this little thing of water here, because that will be our encounter for Fuchsia. But then after that, we will be getting 1 encounter in the Safari Zone. Now, the unfortunate thing with the Safari Zone is you really have 1 shot to get what it is before it runs away or whatever. So we got to be extra careful. But we are going to use the Super Rod. We do our very best to hopefully find a good Pokemon that's not a water type. If you guys remember last time, we got way too many water types. It got to the point where I just didn't want to catch them anymore because they just kept popping up. And I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of time. So... and I didn't feel the need to catch all these water types. But in any case, though, we had a coughing. Okay. I feel like this thing is going to use self-destruct, honestly. I'm going to just start chucking Ultra Balls. Okay, that was easy. Well... didn't think I was going to get that, honestly. I wasn't expecting a coughing. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but at least it's not another water type. So we're going to call you... let's call you Gas. Just Gas. That's it. But that was our encounter for Fuchsia. Now, there are a few things, obviously, we need to do. Like, we have to get the... there's a few things, actually, we have to get in the... what's it called? Safari Zone. Maybe prior to the gym. So yes, there is an encounter that we're going to need to get. But on top of that, there's also a... oh, why can't I for the life of me remember? I believe it's HM Surf, and we need the gold teeth to get strength. So that's also what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go inside. And again, we have 30 Safari Balls. We can only get 1 Safari Zone Pokemon, which will be what we get when we obviously encounter it. So there is a very direct route to take. I want to make sure. Okay, here's our encounter. Let's see what we get. I caught a Silcoon, not a Cascoon. I was like, yo, I caught a Silcoon in the past. Or I caught one of those, and it was the Silk. Now, my rule is, if it's in the evolutionary line, you don't have to catch it. You can wait to catch the next one. But this is technically a different evolutionary line. So... I have to catch this. I only get this. Alright, let's see if we get it. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. I would keep catching them if I could. Let's get this item real quick. Let's see what this encounter is. If this is something better, I'm going to be mad. I wouldn't say it's better, but... Smoke screen TM. Be a lot of items are going to be picking up, but the main objective is to get to the end where the, what's it called is? Can't think. Surf. HM Surf. I can't think today. Oh, jeez. Even with that coffee, I got so much energy I can't even use my brain. Alright, so we want to go up, over. A Tropius would have been great. Oh man, that would have been so cool. Too bad. Alright, let's see what item this is. TM40 for lockdown. Again, can't use these TMs anyway. I should just end up selling these. X special, that'll come in handy. Pichu. See, there's an electric type though. See now you see all these Pokemon. You're like, oh wow, you know, I would have benefited from this, huh? I would have, because that's the one thing we need is a water type or electric type. We did get the gold teeth though. Here's TM43, and now we're going to get this is Surf. Great thing about Surf now is we're going to be able to teach that to our Pokemon, which is going to be Lapras, which I might as well just do now because we're going to need it anyway. Again, rule is you can't use TMs, but obviously you have to use HMs in order to progress through the game. That is the one exception to the rule. And we're going to be teaching Surf to sit on my lap, who only really knows Water Gun. Kyle already has Water Pulse, which is actually a good move. But Lapras needs to learn a more powerful water-type move in order to become more viable, especially, which is good. I believe we can actually use the HM on water following defeating the Fuchsia City Gym. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can reach any more items that maybe I passed before we run out of steps. Okay, we have 198 steps left. Of course, that is dwindling down. Funny thing, I keep running into these Pichu. If you haven't seen, I posted a video yesterday. I was on Twitch, or today I posted. I did end up finding a shiny Pichu I was hunting for after 247 eggs. It was a great shiny. Searching for it for my friends. They had requested it. Ooh, an Aerodactyl, that's cool. So it was a good time, though. I had a really good time hunting for it. So next is Score Bunny. So if you guys are interested to see that, I stream on Twitch, although I am going to probably be... Ooh, an Everstone. Probably going to be changing... I'm just going to exit or retire. Because at this point, I'm not going to reach anything else anyway with only 76 steps. But yes, do stay tuned for that. I want to keep streaming on that platform. However, I feel like I should just start streaming my shiny hunts on YouTube live. It's been something I've kind of been tossing up. I don't really know what I'm going to end up doing, so we'll definitely see about that. But anyways, though, we are going to be facing the gym now. This might prove to be a tough fight, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you guys, because this gym is higher level, but we're going to be facing it. We're going to take care of it. I think we have the means in order to defeat it properly. Only about 9 minutes in anyway, and we have plenty of time. So we'll likely be able to take this on, and then we can even make our way to... Wow, that did a lot more damage than I thought it would. This has proven, this gym especially, because of the route I take to face this gym, because obviously you can go into Saffron City first in order to take on that, but because I like to go in order of the gyms, I like to take on Fuchsia City first, because that's the 5th gym. But you can in theory go to Saffron City and take on Saffron City's stuff first. I think you can I've never actually beat Sabrina before I faced Koga. I've never actually tried that because I always went in order of the gym leaders, because this is the 5th one and Sabrina's the 6th one. If you guys have done something different whenever you play, please let me know. Like, I've never... my thing is I always go in order, because for me, that's just how I work. Like, that's how my brain works. Like, I gotta go in order to do stuff. Doing stuff out of order just doesn't work for me. Even in Johto, I never did that. But, anyways, though, we're gonna switch into Sit on My Lap to take on this Claydol. Got a critical hit, but that's okay. What does it lower our speed? That's okay. We're gonna use Surf, Ancient Power. Okay, good. If I was gonna increase its stats, I was a little nervous, but I figured we were gonna take it out anyway. And what do we got next? We got Whismer. We use one more Surf. Should take it out. Surf is gonna be very handy, especially for a lot of our fights that we're gonna be having. Definitely. I feel like if this game used the double battles, I'd have an unstoppable team of Lapras and Kyle, or of Cinnamon and Kyle, because of Kyle's drizzle, and then both of them being able to utilize Surf or Water Pulse or whatever. It would be such a deadly combination. It would be ridiculous. We're going to switch out of Leia, because I know better than to try this. This is just not going to work. We'll go straight into Daenerys. I'm anticipating this thing using Transform. Oh, it uses Pound. Okay. If it did use Transform, I was going to switch back into a Water type, but... Okay, I'm glad the Metronome was Growl and not something that could be dangerous to Daenerys. Alright, next up we've got a Geodude. Geodude should die to this Metal Claw here. No, it didn't die. My mistake. Wondering if... Ooh, that did a little more damage than I wanted. Flamethrower should actually take it out. Yeah. Should have lived with that. Would have probably done more. Squirtle! That's cool. I know better than to keep you in there. I'll show you guys Cotton Swab. I'll show you how awesome Cotton Swab is, especially now. Can actually handle her own instead of having to switch into other things. Okay, with the exception of the fact that the Squirtle is used to protect. Just give it 1 second. Okay, did less damage than I wanted, but still, she's going to prove to be very useful, especially with the fact that she has access to a Dragon-type move. That paralyzes. It's going to be great for a lot of fights. So, and you guys can see I leveled her up a lot from over the course of between episodes. I did take on a lot of those trainers in between the routes. Just as I said, I wanted to make sure that I finished that up instead of putting it off like I would normally. Unfortunately, I get lazy too. That's why I wish I could do so much more with this channel, and I just don't because I get lazy and I pick something else up. I've been playing a lot of Temtem lately. I just finished the everything that's been in the alpha stage, which is the 4 dojos and then a little bit more of extra stuff. So next I'll be Luma hunting, which if you don't know what the Lumas are basically the shiny equivalent of Temtem. So here's the weird thing though, is that the chances of getting them, it used to be, okay, no, we need to not lose Daenerys to Executor. The one thing is that in the game, in Temtem, the chances of finding a Luma are 1 in 8,000, which is like original Pokemon. But the bizarre thing is that it used to be 1 in 6,000, but they lowered the chances of actually getting it. Like they made it from 1 in 6,000 to 1 in 8,000. And I found that to be bizarre, because why would you make it hard? Like, you already have that implemented in the game, why make it harder? Now, I don't know what the reasoning is, however, they did announce that they're going to actually make it easier to find them. It's just a matter of, I don't know what, of implementing that in the game. Of course, they're not finished with the game, it's still an alpha stage. Granted, there are like 1 million players at least, because there are a lot of people who have been following this game, me especially, for a while. A lot of people who are still discovering it. But that was one thing that I kind of found disappointing. It's like, do I want to Luma hunt for full odds now, or do I want to wait to see if they make it a little easier with certain equipment that you need, similar to, shiny hunting equipment and Pokemon? It's really a toss-up, although I want to try to find a Luma. I want to try to find one now, just to be able to say I did it, just to be able to say I found one before, they made it easier to do. I feel like that's, in some way, shape, or form, some sense of accomplishment. But again, they increased. I wish I did it when the odds were still 1 in 6,000, because at least then I'd have a better chance. Anyways, we are going to heal up some of these Pokemon so I don't have to go all the way to the Pokemon Center first. Anyways, thanks for listening to my TED Talk about Temtem. Do I have any more potions? Am I out of potions? I am. You know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna face a gym leader without potions. Do you know how silly of an idea that is? Incredibly. Even with my powerful team. There is another trainer on the other side. I'm not facing him. I'm not worried about having to do that. We are gonna heal though real quick, and then I'm gonna grab a bunch of hyper potions to make sure that we can handle the gym leader just fine. Running that 16 minutes, so we're doing pretty good so far. And then we'll make sure we head our way into Saffron City, where we are actually going to get a gift Pokemon, which is cool. We're going to get either the Hitmonchan or the Hitmonlee. Well, what normally the Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee is, obviously it's random, so it could be anything at this point. I'm just hoping that whatever it is, it's good, it's useful. We haven't been able to add a new Pokemon to the team because we haven't found anything that's good. I don't want to buy too many because they're just super potions, they're not hyper potions. Although Max Chappelles are going to come really handy, so we're going to buy 20 of those. Alright. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to probably lead with Leia. Leia is so powerful right now with that Psychic move, proven to be really useful, and we'll switch accordingly into what we need. Just really hoping we don't run into anything that's too terrifying, but knock on wood, we haven't lost a Pokemon in this Nuzlocke yet. And I don't want to jinx that. I don't say it in the sense that to jinx it, but it's bizarre that we haven't. You know, like I've been careful to make sure, and we haven't lost anything in between. Obviously, I would clean about that, and I have in the past in other Nuzlockes, but I've been so particular with making sure that the team is taken care of, that we haven't lost anybody, to the point where it almost feels like it's still easy. But I'm literally following the Nuzlocke rules and everything. We've just been so lucky and getting all the things we've been getting, you know? Especially with Kyle, the Kyogre. How do you get that? And how do you get that it was literally, if you saw the video, it was a 3% chance of me catching it while it was asleep with like red health and it was about to kill itself, and I still caught it, and I'm still in disbelief. Anyways, Vaporeon's next. It does have Bite. Should have anticipated that. That was a crit. We're not gonna stick with that. Let's go into thinking Bite, right? So we should probably go into Sit on My Lap. Although she doesn't have Body Slam anymore, Ice Beam might be able to still be useful. No, it's not. That was a lie. Alright, I have a better idea. We're gonna use Confuse Ray. Perfect in situations like this where we can't really do much, but we kind of want to stall just a bit. We'll just keep using Ice Beam and just hope for the best. Hope for it to hit itself. There we go. Oh, you know what it's gonna start doing? Either now or next turn, it's gonna full restore. So I want to switch into something different. Wonderful. It's gonna heal. It's gonna heal now. I figured that was gonna happen. Alright, hope for the paralysis here with the Dragon Breath. No, even then. This might take a bit. Ooh, Aurora Beam, no. No. Nope. Not happening. Wait, does it even have a water type move? Does this thing have a water type move? I don't want to chance it. Let's go into Kyle. Let's go into Kyle real quick. Kyle can use Body Slam against this. I don't think this Vaporeon has water type move. I really don't believe so. It had Bite, it had Aurora Beam. Uses another Hyper Potion. This might be... No, this isn't Koga's strongest. No, he definitely's got something stronger. I don't think 30. I think his highest level is 42 or 43. Not 39. It's not using anything besides Bite and Roar Beam. I don't know if I missed one move that it's been using. I'm curious, because if we... No, it's just using Bite. That's interesting. Anyways, one more Body Slam to take out the Vaporeon. That's wonderful. Probably, if depending on what comes up next, if I stick with Kyle staying in, I'll just use a Super Potion. Yeah, we're going to stick with Kyle. We don't need a Super Potion. We'll just use the Water Pulse. That's going to take out Jigglypuff. Oh, I didn't see the level on that. Silly me. And what's next? What's the last? We've got Whiscash. Okay, 43, just like I thought. This is going to increase his... Ooh, this might be trouble. I have to stick with Kyle here. Reason being is... His Water-type moves are going to do more damage because of... Oh crap, he's going to use Amnesia. Oh jeez. Okay, if I were to switch into Cinema Lap because Whiscash can use Magnitude, that would kill Lapras because Lapras is part Ice. So what I have to make sure I do is take this thing out with Kyle. Oh, for the confusion, it gets confused. Start hitting yourself. Good, good, good. Uses full heal. Okay. Yeah, the ground type's obviously going to beat the ice type, but also we don't have anything else. Any things that are strong against the ground typing, with the exception of water, and obviously we can't do that. Oh my gosh, just going to use rest and stuff. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Before this thing starts stalling me like crazy, we're going to use a bunch of Calm Minds until it wakes up, and then we'll just use the water pulses again. I know how this thing works. I know Pokemon. Yeah, basically, we're just going to keep increasing our special attack, though. This is going to make it so we need to use the less water pulses in order to take this thing on. Okay, use Snore. I was hoping for that. It's got Rest, Snore, Amnesia, and I forget what the other move was, honestly. That's just going to increase its special defense, but one more Water Pulse should do it, and we should be good. Sweet, that's a win. No casualties, baby. Leader Koga has used a Soul Badge. Has obtained a Soul Badge. Now we can use Surf Out of Battle. We get a TM, of course, that we can't use. Again, really think about selling it for some extra cash, because we have all these extra TMs that I can't use. It's funny because you can't use TMs, and then in randomizers you get so many. It's bizarre. It really is. All right. Despite that, though, we are doing great on time still. We're at the 23-minute mark. So I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna go to Saffron. We're gonna get that the Hitmonchan / Hitmonlee, whatever we decide to choose. Is gonna be a toss-up between the two, of course. We also do still have those fossils. When we get to Cinnabar, we're gonna have 2 fossils to use. Real quick, where can I get to them the fastest? We're gonna fly to... What's the fastest way? Let's go to Celadon, yeah. And then we're gonna go through the dojo. And it's gonna be a tough one. Basically, yeah, we got the T way back when in Celadon. This basically opens it up so we can go through. My stomach rumbling right now. And we're gonna go to the dojo that's here. The gym. This gym. Now we're gonna start getting... Yeah, this is where we're gonna end off. We're gonna be getting a whole bunch of continuous battles. 5 to be exact. And we're gonna take these on super, super, super fast so we can take care of that and get our gift Pokemon. So, start against a Smoochum. That's not terrifying enough. We're going to use Psychic. Spilling water on myself. Don't mind me. I'm a mess of a human. Just ask my family. Eradicate. That'll click to Psychic. Wonderful. Wonderful. one more Pokemon left. What we got? It's a Gloom. That'll die to Psychic as well because it's part poison. It's super effective. And then we're going to get another battle right after this. Like that. I hear you're good. Show me. I'll show you. I'll show you, boy. Hideki. Hideki? Since that's Hideor, so. Psychic should still hit its mark, I think. Say it's got a lower. Since it's a baby or it's a smaller baby Pokemon, it should have a lower defense. Piloswine, I know way better than to try that. I'll be here for. I guess it could work, but I don't know what it has. I'd rather just go for the Surf because since it's part ground, that'll take it out in one hit. Trying to accelerate this process as absolute fast as I can, as absolutely fast as I. See, that doesn't sound right. As fast as I absolutely can. That sounds better. All right, you're gonna see that behind that karate guy is 2 Pokeballs. Each have what the Hitmonchan Hitmonlee would be. Obviously, we don't know what we're gonna choose because it can be either or, but we can only get one. So I'm gonna have to choose either left or right. So maybe I'll eeny, meeny, miny, moe it. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I hope I choose the right thing because if not, I don't know. And we'll never know. It's a mystery of what the other one would have been. It's always so tough, especially with the fossils. Is like you don't know what it's going to be at all in a randomizer. So you're looking at both and you're like, which do I want? And who knows? Maybe you choose one that's a Magikarp. Maybe you didn't choose the Mewtwo. You know, it's as simple as that. One of them could have been a legendary, and you wouldn't know. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Houndour. Golfer's still on the team despite me not using him at all, which is why he's still level 17. But I've been looking to replace him for so long, and I haven't been able to do it. I haven't found anything good to take its place. And obviously he still utilizes Cut for us, so. Alright. Yeah, just about at that 30-minute mark. So, finishing up this battle into the next one to get the that gift Pokemon will be perfect. Be just at that time. Ooh, I like the buzz. See, yeah, electric types are what we struggle against. We need a ground type. Something that's strong against these electric types. So, that is my request. If we can get anything, we need to get a ground type. If we can get, you know, when you really think about it, we could have started with a Marowak. Now, I don't want to say that starting with Lapras was bad. Don't get me wrong, because Lapras was a great pick. But if I chose to start, Rain Dance. Oh, we don't need that because we have Drizzle. If I chose to start with Marowak, we'd probably have a much easier time because we're already getting these water types like crazy. Grunt, I am the Karate Master. I'm the leader here. Cool. Yeah, I feel like if we started with Marowak, we wouldn't be having such a difficult time trying to get different typings, you know? Because obviously all we're really getting is water types here and there, and then Pokemon that either roar or kill themselves. So, all right, one more Psychic should take the Smeargle down. Wonderful. Easy battles. And he's going to tell us to pick one, and then that's where we're going to end off. And he's going to tell us to choose between one of these fighting Pokemon. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he owes and a gun, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, I think it was that one. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, you can even... Oh, that changes the game. It actually shows what it's going to be. Okay, here's the tough question. Do we want a Pinsir? Pinsir's going to be good against grass types, but we already have fire types for that. Or do we want this, which would be good against water types, ground types? This is such a tough question. What do I want more? What would be more useful? both can use cut. I don't know. You know what? This is where I'm going to end it, and then next time you guys can see what I decide to choose. I'm going to end here, and I'm going to see what and sleep on it. So, yeah, alright, that'll be a surprise factor for next time. So if you guys enjoyed the video, of course, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you are playing this game, of course, please do enjoy it, and as always, happy gaming!